I've been on a pretty bad Cube rapper high recently. Like, I did my B2B biases Who Does 8 Fastest Raps just a few weeks ago, and my Queen Soyeon's 8 Fastest Raps a few months ago, so I might as well keep it going and throw my girl Yeeun from CLC into the mix too. But also, CLC just had a fucking banger of a comeback with an amazing album altogether, so it's like the perfect time because I get to hype up CLC while I do this too. And throw a picture of my bias Elkie because she's gorgeous and I'm not gonna have a chance to do that in the rest of this video. But to be honest, most of Yeeun's raps aren't really fast. She's an amazing rapper, don't get me wrong, I love her raps, but they're rooted in flow and rhythm to match CLC's paced songs. She doesn't really have any solos where she can just go off and let loose and like show everything she's got. But I really wanted to know what are her current fastest raps, even though they might not be up there with someone like Timey or Outsider. So let me quickly explain how this works for those of you who are new to my series. I listened to all of Yeeun's raps I could find, and looking at those songs I found what I thought were the fastest sounding parts by ear in that song, and then I took 8 seconds of those parts to be constant with every other rapper I've looked at, and counted the total amount of syllables in that span of time. And then finally, I divided the total by 8 to find the average syllable per second count, and that's how I determined the quickest of Yeeun's raps. And as always, every rapper I've done this list for is listed at the end of the video so you can see how Yeeun compares to everyone. And now we get to start off our list with a modest number 8 rap, and probably the flowiest one on this list, at least in my opinion, and that's I Like It.
부끄러울 필요 없다니까 왜 물어 전부 다 똑같은데 너만 비싸게 굴어 뭐야 오늘 하루 지워버릴 거래 아주 바람직 부끄러울 필요 없다니까 왜 물어 전부 다 똑같은데 너만 비싸게 굴어 뭐야 오늘 하루 지워버릴 거래 아주 바람직.
In the song I Like It, at about the 31-second mark in the song, Yeeun hits 46 syllables in 8 seconds, which is an average of 5.75 syllables per second. And like I said in the beginning, Yeeun doesn't have any like extremely fast standoutish raps. Like, they're all very flowy and moderately paced to accompany the CLC songs and make sure they sound really well put in, which they all really do. However, you're gonna notice that there's no huge jump. It's really consistently just increasing in speed, and there's no like really huge 10-syllable jump. Like, for example, Jenny went from 48 syllables to 62 in her last one. So with that, let's move on to number 7. And it's actually one of my favorite CLC songs. Not the favorite, but one of my favorite. Liar off their Hobgoblin album.
가버려 널 붙잡아요 난 것도 여러 번 가식적인 네 표정도 참 더러워 핑계뿐인 말에도 네 주위를 맴돌고 떠나갈 수 없는 가버려 널 붙잡아요 난 것도 여러 번 가식적인 네 표정도 참 더러워 핑계뿐인 말에도 네 주위를 맴돌고 떠나갈 수 없는.
In CLC's song Liar, at about 1:44 into the song, Yeeun hits 47 syllables in 8 seconds, which is an average of 5.88 syllables per second. And like I said, it's gonna be constantly just going up by 1 or 2 syllables at a time. It doesn't really ever jump too much because they're all really consistent flows that go along with the tempo of CLC songs like I mentioned before, and they all sound really amazing. And by the way, I hinted at before that this isn't my favorite CLC song ever. It's actually No Oh. Fucking love that song because Elkie's high note. But that's besides the point, just wanted to put that out there. Underrated CLC song. Let's move on to number 6, where we have one of many non-CLC songs on this list, and it's actually Yeeun's unofficial cover of Nicki Minaj's Moment for Life.
And being cocky, we just vindicated. Basically, the what we done this moment will be syndicated. Oh, now couldn't change me. Shout out to my hater, sorry that you couldn't face me. And being cocky, we just vindicated. Basically, the what we done this moment will be syndicated. Oh, now.
Before we get into the details of this, can we just take a second and appreciate Soren doing those amazing rapper hand gestures? Oh my god. She's hilarious. But in Nicki Minaj's Moment for Life, Yeeun hits 48 syllables in 8 seconds, which is plainly an average of 6 syllables per second, and that's at about 1 minute and 35 seconds into the short clip video that you would find on YouTube. Spoiler alert, that's not the only English rap that's on this list. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's just really cool, and Soren is fucking adorable. That's all I gotta say. And moving on to number 5, we have CLC's B-side song, Open the Window.
온몸은 예민해 모든 게 짜증나지만 그때부터야 복잡한 감정이 도와서는 배신감을 뒤집어쓰고 결국엔 돌아서는 우리 맞아. 온몸은 예민해 모든 게 짜증나지만 그때부터야 복잡한 감정이 도와서는 배신감을 뒤집어쓰고 결국엔 돌아서는 우리 맞아.
In Open the Window, at about 45 seconds into the song, Yeeun hits 49 syllables in 8 seconds, which is an average of 6.13 syllables per second. And honestly, this entire rap is just consistency. When in those 8 seconds, you get a lot more syllables if you don't stop to breathe, and she just does one continuous breath through the 8 seconds for the most part, which isn't too hard. I mean, I've hyped it up a lot before, but I mean, I've had a lot of comments being like, it's not too hard to go 8 seconds with just talking. So y'all are right, but it really helps bring up the syllable count when you can just spit syllables straight through those 8 seconds, which she does here, and that helps this be a lot faster than it may appear. But in number 4, we have another song off the Chris Style album, and that's Meow Meow. And we have our largest syllable jump from Open the Window to Meow Meow, going 3 syllables, 49 to 52. Wow. Now, I told you she's going to be pretty consistent going up, nothing like huge jumps, and this is the biggest, where she goes to 52 syllables in 8 seconds, and that's at about 1 minute and 43 seconds into the song Meow Meow. And that's about 6.5 syllables per second. And I don't have much to say on this, so I'm just going to skip to number 3, where we have another cover. This time it's Yeeun soloing a song by Yoon Mi-rae called Black Happiness.
멈춘 시간을 감어 그 같은 나는 내 안에 기대 너무나도 참어 간 하루 하루를 보내면 그들의 강구를 무시하고 음악이 그립다고 대출을 멈춘 시간을 감어 그 같은 나는 내 안에 기대 너무나도 참어 간 하루 하루를 보내면 그들의 강구를 무시하고 음악이 그립다고 대출을
Ooh, that's like the closest thing Yeeun has to like what would be considered like fast flow, I guess. But in that Yoon Mi-rae cover, at about 1 minute and 31 seconds into that fan cam, she hits 53 syllables in 8 seconds, which is an average of 6.63 syllables per second. And like I hinted at earlier, I love that flow. That's like the really fast Korean rapper flow that you would hear from like Outsider or Tiny or even at times August D, where the flow's concentrated on being fast and doing these triplets and 8th notes and 16th notes, and it's just so cool. I love that kind of flow. But let's move on to number 2, where we have Yeeun and CLC's debut song when they were only a 5-member girl group, Pepe. With Pepe coming in at number 2 at about 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the song, Yeeun hits 54 syllables in 8 seconds, which averages out to 6.75 syllables per second. And this is the song that I thought would be number 1. This is when I think of Yeeun's fastest flow, I always think of Pepe because this is like her debut flow. It's like the first one that pops in my head. But I mean, you can really hear the change in her rap between Pepe and the newest song, No. You can really hear the evolution in her rap between the two. And I really love hearing that change, how much honestly better she's gotten. Even though I do love Pepe's rap, but she has so much more personality now, at least in my opinion. But we can finally move on to our top spot, our fastest Yeeun rap, and it's actually a live cover that CLC did of Bang Bang. And coming in at number 1 is a completely English rap by Yeeun, and it's a cover that CLC did of Bang Bang by Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj, and Jessie J. And that's about 4 minutes and 5 seconds into the fan cam. Yeeun hits 55 syllables in 8 seconds, which is an average of 6.88 syllables per second. And it's really weird because K-idols love this song, or apparently they love covering this song, because apparently CLC did it, Girls' Day and Ailey did it, or did they do Problem? I don't know. I think they did Problem. Never mind, but Monsta X did it, Kihyun and Shonu. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but yeah, this is Yeeun's fastest rap. I'm just really excited for her to finally get a solo eventually, because whether she does this really hype and slow-paced rap or breaks into the fast rap game of K-pop and K-hip hop, either one she does, it's gonna sound amazing, and I'm so excited to hear her on her own. even though I love CLC, I can't wait to hear her on her own. But as you can see scrolling on the screen right now is every rapper that I have looked at in this series so far and where Yeeun ranks among them, and she's actually down towards the bottom at number 28, tied with Hyunjin of Stray Kids. But like I said, it's not really surprising to me because she isn't going for speed, she's going for the flow to make CLC's songs sound the best that they possibly can. That was a tongue twister. Which is more important than just being fast at rapping. You want it to sound good rather than be fast. That's always a second concern. So I just wanted to find out what her fastest were, and those were her 8 fastest. So if you enjoyed the video, show some love way down in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe and all of that basic ass YouTuber shit, because I love doing this, and I love making these videos for you guys. So thank you for watching them as always, and K-pop and chill the safe way.
깨고 부딪혀야 해 우릴 볼 수 있도록 크게 소리쳐야 해